Welcome back, trainers. So in this video, we have quite a few different things we're going to be taking a look at. We have plenty of sauces here. We have sweet, we have sour, and of course we have spicy. And then we also have a little bit of wasabi on the side for whoever's brave to have some of that. So we're going to be using some more Stardust here. If you think I'm crazy, well, I probably am. But we're going to be maxing out this very nice Purified Wobbuffet that can have 2 moves. So we're going to be able to have return, and I'm going to tell you right now, it is beautiful. But that's not the only thing we're going to be taking a look at in this video. I was able to get myself a shiny shadow Pokemon just in the nick of time. We're going to be taking a look at that, as well as another Pokemon I was able to get in a raid shiny. This is going to be a legendary, so I'm on fire here, as well as go plussing one. We're getting everything looking great. And then after all of that, we're going to be taking a look at some battles using return on Wobbuffet. But first, I guess we're going to be looking at some right here. So I was just thinking to myself, this balloon was floating above my head, and I was thinking, okay, Team Rocket is going to be taking off Jesse and James on the 30th. So I'm like, okay, let's just give it a shot. But that's honestly not what I was looking to get, was the shiny or shadow or anything like that. I was just going to test out Wobbuffet just for fun, just to see what it could do going up against it, because I thought it'd be funny using a Wobbuffet against them, because Wobbuffet is with Team Rocket in the anime, you know, that little, their sidekick, and it's comic relief. So we're also going to be throwing Pikachu Libre alongside it, and then we have like a 10 CP shiny or something at the end, so I think it's like a Feebas. So we're looking, okay, pretty low here. But this Pikachu Libre is able to spam these discharges pretty fast. Or, sorry, Thunder Punch. Thunder Punch. So we're going to be swapping into our Wobbuffet here and try to counter down this bug and flying type while it's hitting me with super effective Fury Cutter. And it is doing a lot of damage to our Wobbuffet over here. So if you're thinking, why would you want to max out this one here? The IVs were not even like that great. You know, it's not the worst around. It does, you know, lose a percentage of matchups. It goes from a 57% win rate in the Go Battle League Open League to about a 52% or something like that. So it does drop a little bit, but we're over here making videos for you guys, experimenting, having fun. So we're just going to go ahead and do it. And we're able to win barely with the Pikachu Libre. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever. Just having a little fun with it. So we're going to go ahead and see what we have going on here, traders. What are we going to get? Not a shiny. Okay, well, hey, it is what it is. But we'll just carry on here and see what we can do with Jesse. So I'm just going to go ahead and catch this thing. Let me know if you are able to catch yourself a shiny shadow from the Team Rocket Jesse get James, because it is going to be kind of a limited time thing. I'm sure they'll return at some point in time. So with the coughing, that's going to be resisting the counters, of course, because it is poison. And this is going to be doing super effective damage. Let's see how much it actually does do here. Oh, okay. So just having a little fun. And I think we're just going to go ahead and swap into our Pikachu here and just start spamming it like crazy and go ahead and go for that Thunder Punch. Flying Press is really good. Obviously, that's not what we want to go for on the Poison type. So we're pretty low on both of our Pokemon here. So we have a Sneasel. Yeah, it's going to be easy money. Honestly, I kind of wanted to have my Wobbuffet go up against it with counter just to see what happens. But we're just going to go ahead and take it out with the Pikachu Libre here, Flying Press. And then in comes the Bagon, and we're just going to continue on with Flying Press. So, Pikachu Libre, I know a lot of people out there are upset at the fact that you're going to have to get rank 10 to get it. It makes it rewarding, though. And this season, you might be able to do it because it's a little bit easier. You're going to be able to get yourself into rank 9, as opposed to you probably couldn't have before. And if you push yourself hard enough, if you have no lag and the game works smoothly and, you know, you're playing well, you'll get it. But look at this, shiny shadow coughing. Let's go. We're 5 minutes over on the CP, but that's perfectly fine. This is awesome. I couldn't believe it. I don't really get, you know, I get excited when I get shinies now, but this kind of like, I want to say took my breath away, but I kind of like was double take, like, wow, I actually got that. Same with the shiny Shadow Lapras. Same kind of reaction. So taking a look at my collection here that I've gotten in the past couple of days, we do have this one. The IVs aren't bad, and we got a Legacy Thundershock shiny Zapdos. Let's go. So that's going to be for trade and a Nidorina, and I have probably like 3 or 4 of those now, which is fine. And our Doduo that we did go plus. So hey, we're looking great. I have the incense on constantly, and I do have Pokeballs in my inventory all the time, so that is contributing factor to catching these. The Nidoran was actually Go Plus, the same with the Duo. So, with the Doduo. Alright, into the battles. These are Go Battle League. Let's see what we have. We're going to be rocking with Zoomerol, Wobbuffet, and the Mawile. Alright, so we're met with a Machamp. This is great here. We're going to go ahead and just eat the Rock Slide, but we can't really take two because Rock Slide on that Shadow Machamp is doing a lot of damage. So we're going to go ahead and let that first one go through and swap into our Wobbuffet here, and they're going to be going into Melmetal, and okay, this is great. Now, we've seen the damage with the other move that it does have. I was calling it Mirror Shot, it's Mirror Coat. Sorry. And we're going to go ahead and go for this one here. Yeah, it's not very effective, and we're not getting stab as opposed to the other move. But the thing is, Return is just doing that much damage, and did you see? Not very effective, and it still hurt it pretty good amount of damage, and we're just absorbing these Rock Slides. So Wobbuffet may seem like a joke to some people, and I'm not going to say or sit over here and say, you know, this thing is so awesome, it's meta relevant, you definitely need to use it. Absolutely not. But I mean, it can pull off some pretty awesome things here, and we did not hit that. Unfortunately, would have been able to. So I decided to shield this up, and we go for it. I'm like, all right, whatever. Let's just shield up. We'll use our first shield here, and they're shielding and using their last shield and getting off their energy. Hey, that works for me. That works for me. So I think the plan is to go in here with the Azumarill and get this off immediately before they get off a charge. And let's see what they have in the back. Hopefully the Mawile is going to be able to handle it, and it is going to be a Skarmory. We're going to be swapping immediately and taking control. And they realize, yep, that's the Mawile. We're out of here. Good game. Moving it on to the next one. We're just going to be taking a look at one set here using the Return Wobbuffet. So we're met with a Bastiodon. This is absolutely great. They're going to be swapping into Medicham, and we're going to go ahead and go into our Wobbuffet here. Alright, this is another fun matchup to observe. So let's see what we can do here. They're going to be hitting us with the Psychic. Now, you know, not very effective, but it's going to start adding up, alright? Medicham is no pushover. The thing is literally maxed out at the Great League. So it's putting in some work with that counter, as well as the Psychic is starting to add up here. But the Return, we're kind of staying neutral here. They're going to be able to hit those charge moves a little bit faster. Finally getting to another one. Let's see if they let it go through, and we do. I mean, look at this Wobbuffet, just able to handle things. It's a really nice filler to kind of stall, as well as a, I guess, save swap in some cases. All right, so we're going to be farming this thing down, and in comes a Victory Bell, and we didn't get off our Mirror Coat. Are you kidding me? We could have, but we were trying to get Return for some reason. So anyways, we're going to be going in here, and we did the whole swap thing. They went in with the Bastiodon. We're looking great, and yeah. Basically, we're just going to let everything go through here. The best plan at this point is going to be the farm down. Easy. And they go for the Ice Beam. And then just a couple of Razor Leafs are going to take us out. So we're going to make them use the shield here. Not that we need to, because we're just going to go in here with Mawile anyways. And just take him down with Fire Fang. So in goes a Mawile, and they're not able to even get to a charge move, or taking the win. Looking great here. So moving it on to the next battle. We're met with a Medicham. Again, another great lead here. So they're going to be swapping into Galarian Stunfisk, and we're going to go ahead and go into Wobbuffet here. Now, we could have technically went into Mawile, but I don't like how they get that bit of an energy advantage as they do swap in, enabling them to get to Earthquake a little bit faster, and I don't want to play mind games right now, so we're just going to go ahead and throw in the Wobbuffet to absorb whatever they do throw at us. It was going to be an Earthquake, and we just ate it. Now, unfortunately, we don't have the Suicune to lower the attack, so these attacks are going to be hurting a little bit more than the previous video, but we're still able to tank 2 Earthquakes here. It's going to be another one. That's a Rock Slide. We're going to be able to survive and get off this Return here, and it is going to be resisted by the Galarian Stunfisk Steel typing, but we're able to go toe-to-toe and almost take it out. We still both have both of our shields, but at this point I'm going to be able to go in here and farm, but they're unfortunately able to get to a Rock Slide. Hey, that's better than an Earthquake, please. It is an Earthquake. Never mind. Wow. Alright, I mean, it's not all bad here yet, so they're going in with Tropius. Now, what are we going to do is burn a shield and then swap into our Mawile. We have to. We have to preserve that Azumarill, and it's going to be the Medicham, and I'm pretty sure this isn't looking great. I don't think we're going to be able to pull this one off here, but let's see what we decide to do. So we want to go for the Power-Up Punch, I guess. I mean, they have 2 shields, right? Oh, they have 1 shield. Okay, what am I talking about? Focus. Alright, pay attention. So, yeah, this is a... Yeah, back out. Hey, yes, I raged out of that one. Alright, so on to the next one here. It's so annoying when you have a good lead and you still mess it up somehow, or they just counter you. You can't have the best counters for every team all the time, right? It doesn't matter what you do or the best team you put together, unless you're some sort of mathematical genius who's figured out the unbeatable team that nothing can counter. That would be amazing, right? All right, anyways, we're going to be getting off a Hydro Pump. They shielded up. Not great, so I was thinking to myself, if they shield this, I'm just going to swap into Wobbuffet here to absorb whatever they decide to throw at us. And if they switch, we'll take care of business. And they're going into Obstagoon. I'm like, okay, that is really weak to fighting. So our counters are going to be doing a lot of damage to it, and a return is taking off a big chunk as well. We're going to go ahead and let that go through, and their attack did get raised, and unfortunately, that's not great. We're going to go ahead, I think, shield this up. Because our counters are doing so much, we know we're going to be able to take them out, potentially even just farm them down, but we get a little nervous and just go for the mirror coat here. And it's like an extra counter, basically. I don't think I really needed to get that off, but anyways, they're going to be bringing in Altaria here, and they're farming us down. We still have the Azumarill and the Mawile, which are going to both counter those, so no problem. And they're going to be going into the Galarian Stunfisk as soon as I bring in the Azumarill. Going to go ahead and go for the Ice Beam here, and we're in a good position because what we're going to do, I think, is wait for them to get off this energy here and swap into Mawile, farm them down, have energy for the Altaria, so they're just KOing us. Okay, that's perfect. They have no shields left, and we don't need to fear the sky attacks. Yes, they have some energy built up here, and it can be pretty close. Let's see what happens. And we're going for that Iron Head. This is going to do a lot of damage. I was contemplating going for Power Punch and then Iron Head just so I can have a clean sweep with that Iron Head there. So shielding this up because we're getting a little close here. Yeah, and there's no need to not shield that up. So at this point, this is a familiar kind of neck-to-neck matchup that I know we're going to be able to survive and then get off this Fire Fang and take them out. Looking great here. On to the, I do believe, last battle. We're going to be met with a Gliscor. Now, it can be pretty good. I mean, you know, sure. But we just had a great matchup there, so we're going to be swapping. As soon as they go into Deoxys, we're going to go into our Wobbuffet now. Another interesting matchup with the Wobbuffet here that doesn't necessarily say it wins it, but let's see what we can do with the return. So that's a good chunk of damage right there. Both of our counters are not really doing very much damage to each other. They're almost a resemblance of each other in a way, not quite. Both psychic with counter, right? So they're going to be able to beat us, you know, to the finish line here, but before we do finish this race, at least we're going to make them sweat before they do cross. So bringing them down into the yellow, lower yellow, into the red now. Fantastic. They're getting off their energy. Yeah, the counter down for the Wobbuffet wasn't really going to happen there. So that's fine. Now we have to make our decision. We know they have a bit of energy stored up there. And we're just going to go in with the Azumarill, go for Ice Beam immediately. Let's see if they decide to shield this. They let it go through. And we still both have two shields. They have a Galvantula. We're going to be swapping into Mawile, and they have that Gliscor back there. All right, I'm not feeling like too confident, but I'm thinking, okay, we can still pull this off. We get the Iron Head through. It does a ton of damage. If we would have went Power Punch, that would have done nothing. It's part flying and then also ground. So that's big. We needed to survive that. And since we're going to be able to get to a Power Punch, we're going to vamp up our Fire Fang, and that should enable us to take this out. If not take it out, we should be very close to just take it out with the quick moves on the Azumarill. All right, so yeah, definitely going to take us out here. That's fine. And I do believe we can bubble down. Yes, we do. Fantastic. Take the win. So if you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up. I'm really enjoying that return Wobbuffet, and can't wait to test it out some more. If you did enjoy this video, like I said, give it a big thumbs up, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.